What's up guys, welcome to yet another camera test comparison between the three of the best Samsung products, that Samsung offers in 2026. We've got Galaxy S26 Ultra versus the new Fold 8 Ultra and the standard Fold 8. We're currently shooting in the portrait video mode using the 4K 30 FPS option. Let me know how the blur, the quality, everything is looking. Now we're going to switch to the 2x mode and show you guys how that looks. Really nice and sunny. So we're now at 2x. Obviously, we have a lot of zoom sensors, at least on the Ultra models, but none of them actually use the telephoto lens for the portrait video mode. But they do allow you to crop to up to 3x. So we're now going to do that. How the colors are looking, the HDR is looking, and which I think is doing the best in this scenario. We are currently shooting in 4K 60 frames per second on all of these phones. As always, we'll be testing out everything that there is to test. And right now it's a beautiful day in the UK, so it's perfect to see how they're going to manage colors, dynamic range and everything in 4K 60 FPS mode. We are again shooting in the main lens. On the main lens, I mean. Let me do ultra wide on both phones, on 3 phones. Sorry, my brain is a bit slow today, but we are entering a graveyard plus a cathedral. It's a pretty iconic spot to do a camera test, but you can see how bright the sky is, and this is kind of a perfect scenario to test out the HDR. So it's a bit windy. We're gonna switch back to the main lens. Obviously we don't have any zoom sensor on the standard Galaxy Z Fold 8, so yeah, that is going to be a bit of a bottleneck for the standard model. But we do have 3x zoom on the Ultra, and of course we have the 5x zoom, a proper zoom sensor on the Galaxy S26 Ultra model. So we are in ultra wide mode right now. We're basically going to do some zooming and see just how much of a difference we have in terms of the zooming capabilities. So going from 0.6x to 3x on the the S26 Ultra, and then Fold 8 Ultra on 3x, while on the Galaxy Z Fold 8 we don't have any zoom sensor, so we just have to manually do 3x digital zoom. You can see that yes, although it's an outdated 3x lens, it is still a telephoto lens that will give you a better result than not having it at all. But obviously the real Ultra is when you have a proper 5x lens, so that is on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. And if we do manual 5x on the Fold 8 Ultra, you can see it is doing some digital processing, which is obviously not going to look as natural as the one on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. And now we are on 5x on the standard Fold 8. You can see how the text is looking. And now we're going to push the zoom to 10x on the S26 Ultra. You can see still keeping everything pretty good. 10x on the Fold 8 Ultra. And 10x on the standard Fold 8 model. So that's the look of digital plus digital on the Fold. That's the look of the digital zoom on the Fold 8 versus the 3x extended 10x digitally on the Fold 8 Ultra, and a proper 5x to 10x on the S26 Ultra. No brainer, you're gonna get the best zoom performance on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. So now we have switched to the front camera on all 3 of these phones. So yeah, this is the cover screen front camera on the Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra. You can see we're shooting in 4K 60 FPS. Got a bright sun in the background. These are very similar spec'd front cameras, so Ultra HD 30 FPS, which is again well appreciated because yeah, Ultra HD is the way to go. We're gonna again do a similar walk with the same bright background. So yeah, let me know which one you think is looking good. Whew. I think all three are looking fantastic. Although we are due a front camera upgrade across all three phones, Samsung has definitely pushed these sensors onto us as much as they have. Now, one thing about these foldable phones, something that the Galaxy S26 Ultra cannot do, is that you can actually use the back cameras for your selfie needs, whether it's video or photo, and you get access to all the lenses thanks to the cover screen camera experience. We're again shooting in 1x 60 FPS 4K. Now, if you want to, you can shoot in APV codec, which gives you the maximum highest quality video, as well as combine log or any of the LUTs. We're again going to jump into ultra wide. This is the same sensor on all three phones. This is the only sensor that is common across the board. Something to note in case you don't know, the 200 megapixel sensor of the Fold 8 Ultra is actually similar to the S25 Ultra, so this is not the same sensor as the S26 Ultra, which has a larger aperture. So I believe we could see some differences regarding that when it comes to low light performance, although these sensors in terms of size are exactly the same. Oh, look who is here. We have a special guest for our camera test, Mr. Duck. Oh shit. Damn. Let's switch to ultra wide angle lens. Damn, he's pissed. So we're doing a quick night video test right now on all three devices. You can see how they're handling this situation. Sorry, I have to keep my voice down a little bit for obvious reasons, but this is just an extreme example of super night video performance. So shooting a quick 4K 30 FPS night front camera clip on all three phones. You can kind of see how they're managing the skin tone as well as the color, and most importantly the noise in the background with the darker areas. So let me know which one do you think is doing the best job in this example. Alrighty, so I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the camera performance across these three phones. Starting off from the video performance, especially when you're shooting in daytime, this is very much similar look, similar colors, similar overall vibe, and the way they managed HDR was also good for the most part. Of course, all of them allow you to take things to a pro level thanks to the APV recording as well as logs, so you can do your own color grading if you want to. Now, this is a good time to remind you guys that the S26 Ultra is going to be the true Ultra device or true Ultra product from Samsung in terms of the camera, especially because you're getting a very strong 5x lens, and yes, that is levels above anything that the Z Fold 8 Ultra can do, and the poor Fold 8 doesn't even have a telephoto lens, so it's doing its digital zoom. So for the video performance at night, the Fold 8 Ultra has some kind of bug, like at least with my model. In those super dark situations where the phone had to bring the exposure up in some ways or do some kind of optimization, and in those super dark scenarios the phone was struggling to focus. Like literally I was having this focus dancing issue. I've seen this bug on some of the other phones, so this hopefully can be fixed via software update. I'm not sure if this is just with my Fold 8 Ultra or if this is a widespread issue, but yeah, I'm hoping that this gets fixed. For these night videos I had to do tap to focus for the Fold 8 Ultra to be able to focus on the scene. As for the Fold 8, even at night it's able to held its ground against the 200 megapixel sensor of the Ultra models. Obviously I feel like the Galaxy S26 Ultra has the overall best performance. Now, photo performance is surprisingly similar across these phones. Obviously, sensor size, bokeh, all that stuff can be a little bit different, but overall, Samsung vibe is similar across the board. There is definitely a sacrifice with the Fold 8 with the lack of telephoto lens, but it does do a pretty decent job. Overall, with the sacrifice of losing the telephoto lens on the Fold 8, you do have this new form factor to play with, and in my usage during this time, I think that is worth it. That's just me personally saying, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.